Welcome to Easy Learning. Hello student. Today I discuss about the chapter banking. To learn banking, we must know what is FD. FD means fixed deposit. So what is fixed deposit? Now, in fixed deposit, a depositor deposits a fixed amount for a fixed period of time, and at the expiry or at the end of the period, the depositor gets the amount deposited by him together with an interest. That means to say that in the fixed deposit account, a depositor deposits an amount at a time, and after the terms and condition, that is at the expiry, that is at the end of this period, the depositor gets the amount that is deposited by him at a time and together with an interest at a particular rate of interest per annum, and minimum duration is 7 days and maximum duration is 10 years. Next, what is RD? That means to say what is recurring deposit. In this scheme, in the recurring deposit scheme, a depositor deposits a fixed amount every month for a specified month. At the expiry of this period, that is at the end of this period, the depositor gets the amount deposited by him together with an interest completed quarterly at a fixed rate. That is, in the recurring deposit account or recurring deposit scheme, a depositor deposits a particular amount every month and in a specified time period. Minimum duration is 6 months and maximum duration is 10 years. If P is the monthly deposited for month, N equals to number of months for which this money is deposited. R% per annum is the simple interest. Then we calculate at first SI. That is equals to P into N plus 1 by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Again, also calculate the maturity value at the end of the period. Maturity value, that is MV, equals to P into N plus SI. That is equals to P into N plus SI. From this formula, we put this value Pn into N plus 1 into R by 2 into 12 into 100. This is the formula. If you at first check whether the account is recurring deposit account or recurring deposit scheme or cumulative account, then again total number of period for which he deposited, that is N. If it is in years, then you at first convert into the month, and rate of interest per year or rate of interest per annum is provided. Then you at first calculate SI, and after calculating SI, then you can determine the maturity value. I give solution set of ML Agarwal. You see, Sweta deposits rupees 350 per month in a RD account, that is recurring deposit account, for 1 year at the rate of 8% per annum. Find the amount she will receive at the time of maturity. So given that P equals to rupees 350 per month, N equals to 1 year, that is equals to 12 months, R percent, that is equals to 8% per annum. So I calculate simple interest. Formula P into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Just put the value of P, N and R. The 350 into 12 into N plus 1, that is 13, divided by 2 into 12 into 8 by 100. If you deduct it, then if you simplify it, then we get rupees 182. Then we calculate the maturity value that she received at the time of maturity, that is PN plus SI. P means monthly installment, N means number of month, that is 350 into 12 plus 122. If we simplify, then we get 4382. Second math. Next, Saloni deposited rupees 150 per month in a bank for 8 months under the recurring deposit scheme. What will be the maturity value of these deposits if the rate of interest is 8% per annum? This sum in ICSE 2007 comes. So here at first check, this is the recurring deposit scheme. So we just check what information provided by the sum. Given that P equals to rupees 150 per month, N that is equals to 8 months, R percent that is equals to 8% per annum. So we calculate SI. For just put the formula P N into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Just put down the value of P N R, 150 into 8 into 9 divided by 2 into 12 into 8 by 100, and simplify, we get rupees 36. Therefore maturity value of his deposits, that is equals to PN plus SI, that is rupees 150 into 8 plus rupees plus 36, that is, if we simplify, we get rupees 1236. Rupees 1236 will be the maturity value at the end of the period. Next, sum. Mrs. Goswami deposits rupees 1000 every month in a recurring deposit account for 3 years at 8% interest per annum. Find the maturity value. Comes in ICSE 2009. From the sum, given that P equals to rupees 1000 per month, N equals to 3 years, that is equals to 36 months, R percent that is equals to R percent per annum. So calculate SI. P N into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Just put down the value of P N R and simplify. I get rupees 4440 rupees. So what is the maturity value? Therefore maturity value, that is equals to PN plus SI, that is rupees 1000 into 36 plus 4440, and if we simplify, we get rupees 40,440. Next sum. Sonia had a recurring deposit account in a bank and deposited rupees 600 per month for 2.5 years. If the rate of interest was 10% per annum, find the maturity value of this account. This sum also come ICSE 2008. Solution. Given that P equals to rupees 600 per month, N equals to 2.5 years, that is equals to 30 months, R percent that is equals to 10% per annum. Calculate SI. So SI equals to Pn into n plus 1 by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Substitute the value of Pn and R and simplify. We get rupees 2325. That is 2325. Then therefore maturity value, that is equals to Pn into P into n plus SI. That is rupees 600 into 30 plus 2325. And if we simplify, then we get rupees 20,325. Next sum. Sum number 5. Kiran deposited rupees 200 per month for 36 months in a bank's recurring deposit account, and if the banks pays interest at the rate of 11% per annum, find the amount she gets or maturity. Just see the solution. Given that P equals to here rupees 2000 per month, N equals to 36 months, R percent, that is rate of interest, that is equals to 11% per annum. So we calculate SI equals to Pn into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Substitute the value of PNR and simplify. I get rupees 1221. So maturity value that she gets, that is equals to P into N plus SI. That is equals to rupees 200 into 36 plus rupees 1221. And if simplify, we get the result rupees 8,421. Next sum. Sum number 6. Hanif has a cumulative bank account. That means to say the recurring deposit account, and deposits rupees 600 per month for a period of 4 years. If she gets rupees 5,880 as interest at the time of maturity, find the rate of interest. Given that P equals to rupees 600 per month, N equals to 4 years, that is equals to 48 months. Let rate of interest be X% per annum. SI, that is equals to 5,880. We know that SI, that is equals to Pn into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. This implies that 5,880, that is equals to 600 into 48 into 49 divided by 2 into 12 into X by 100. And from this equation we solve X, and ultimately we get 10%. Therefore rate of interest is 10%. Next, David opens a recurring deposit account in a bank and deposited rupees 300 per month for 2 years. If he received rupees 7,725 at the time of maturity, find the rate of interest per annum. ICSE 2008. So, given that P equals to rupees 300 per month, N equals to 2 years, that is equals to 24 months. Maturity value is given rupees 7,725. Let the rate of interest be R% per annum. At first calculate SI equals to P n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. that is equals to rupees 300 into 24 into 25 by 2 into 12 into r by 100, that is equals to rupees 75 r. Again also we know that maturity value that is equals to p into n plus si. This implies that maturity value is given rupees 7,725 put here, and p means installment per month, rupees 300 into n means 24 plus si, that is calculated 75r, and if we simplify ultimately we get r equals to 7%. Therefore rate of interest equals to 7% per annum. Next, sum number 8. Mr. Gupta opened a recurring deposit account in a bank. He deposited rupees 2,500 per month for 2 years. At the time of maturity, he got rupees 67,500. Find the total interest earned by Gupta. Second number, the rate of interest per annum. ICSE 2010. Given that P equals to rupees 2,500 per month, N equals to 2 years, that is equals to 24 months, maturity value that is equals to 67,500. Let the rate of interest be X% per annum. So we calculate at first SI equals to Pn into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into r by 100. Substitute Pn and r. Ultimately we get rupees 625x. Then also we know maturity value that is equals to P into n plus SI. This implies that 67,500, that is equals to 2,500 into 24 plus 624x. If we simplify, ultimately we get x equals to 12%. Therefore, rate of interest per annum equals to 12%. And total interest that is earned by Gupta, the total interest that is equals to 625x. X is 12. Therefore, total interest earned by Gupta that is equals to rupees 625 into 12, and ultimately we get rupees 7,500. Next, Shahrukh opened a recurring deposit account in a bank and deposited rupees 800 per month for 1.5 years. If he received rupees 15,084 at the time of maturity, find the rate of interest per annum. Here rate of interest is not given. Okay, just see the solution. Given that P equals to rupees 800 per month, N equals to 1.5 years, that is equals to 18 months, maturity value that is equals to 15,084. Let the rate of interest be X% per annum. Therefore maturity value that is equals to Pn plus Si, that is equals to Pn plus Si, that is P, just put down the formula, P into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into r by 100. Just substitute the value of maturity value P, N and r, and ultimately we get, if we simplify, that is 15,084, that is equals to 14,400 plus 114x. This implies that 114x that is equals to 684. Ultimately we get the x that is equals to 6%. That is, rate of interest is 6% per annum. Next sum number 10. Mohan has a recurring deposit account in a bank for 2 years at 6% per annum simple interest. If he gets rupees 1200 as interest at the time of maturity, find the monthly installment. Second, the amount of maturity. ICSE 2016. Let P be the monthly installment of his recurring deposit scheme in a bank. N equals to 2 years, that is 24 months. Rate of interest, that is R%, that is equals to 6% per annum. Simple interest at the time of maturity, that is rupees 1200. Then we know that simple interest, that is equals to P into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. Just substitute value of SI, N, R, we get 1200, that is equals to P into 24 into 25 by 2 into 12 into 6 by 100. Ultimately, if we simplify, we get P equals to rupees 800. P means monthly installment. Therefore, rupees 800 is the monthly installment of his recurring deposit scheme. Then you calculate the maturity value. We know maturity value, that is equals to Pn plus Si. P equals to 800, N equals to 24, Si equals to 1200. 1200 SI. SI equals to 1200. Here is given. SI equals to 1200. So here we put 1200. Therefore that is equals to 19200 plus 1200. If we can add 00224 is rupees 20,400. This is the maturity value. Therefore, amount of maturity, that is equals to 20,400. 20,400. Next, Mr. R.K. Nair gets rupees 6,455 at the end of 1 year at the rate of 14% per annum in a recurring deposit account. Find the monthly installment. ICSE 2005. Given that maturity value is 6,455, N equals to 1 year, that is 12 months. Rate of interest, that is R, that is equals to 14% per annum. Let X be the monthly installment of his recurring deposit scheme. Therefore, we know that maturity value, that is equals to Pn plus Si. This implies that 6,455, that is equals to X into 12 plus X into 12 into 13 divided by 2 into 12 into 14 by 100. And if we simplify it, we get 6,455, that is equals to 12x plus 91x. Then we multiply 100, multiplied by 100 each term, we get 6,45,500, that is equals to 1200x plus 91x. This implies that 6,45,500, that is equals to 1,291x. This implies that x equals to 6,45,500 divided by 1,291. If we reduced by, if we divided, then we get rupees 500. X means the monthly installment. Therefore, monthly installment is rupees 500 per month. Next sum. Samita has a recurring deposit account in a bank of rupees 2,000 per month at the rate of 10% per annum. If she gets rupees 83,100 at the time of maturity, find the total time for which the account was held. Given that P মানে monthly installment equals to rupees 2000 per month, rate of interest that is equals to 10% per annum, maturity value that is equals to rupees 83,100. Let n be the number of months for which the account was held. We know that maturity value that is equals to Pn plus SI. Substitute the values. তাহলে 83,100 that is equals to 2000 into n plus 2000 formula P into n plus 1. So 2000 into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into r by 100. Just put here formula and simplify. Ultimately we get this is 83,100 equals to 2000 n plus 25 into n plus 1 divided by 3. Ultimately, if we deduct it by 25 each term, we get 3324 that is equals to 80n plus n into n plus 1 divided by 3. Multiply by 3. This implies that 9972 that is equals to 240n plus n square plus n. This implies that n square plus 241n minus 9972 that is equals to 0, which is a quadratic equation of n. So we just factorize the constant 9972, factorize, and we get 277 and 36. And if we subtract, ultimately we get 241. Just factorize this. This implies the n square plus 277 minus 36 whole n minus 9972 that is equals to 0. This implies that n square plus 277 n minus 36 n minus 9972 that is equals to 0. Take common. This implies n equals to n into 277 minus 36 into n into 277 that is equals to 0. This implies that n minus 36 into n minus 277 that is equals to 0. Here product of the factors equals to 0. It is only possible when separately the products are 0. Either this equals to 0, that means to say that either n minus 36 equals to 0 or n plus 277 that is equals to 0. The n minus 36 equals to 0, this implies that n equals to 36. But n plus 277 that is equals to 0, this implies that n equals to minus 277. It is not possible because time never negative. Therefore, account was held for 36 months, that is 3 years. Thank you student. Like this video, subscribe my channel Easy Learning. Bye, take care.